Hey, what's up, Force Nation? How's it going, guys? All right, we had a sub goal, and we got it. And the sub goal was to show you guys how I make my iced coffee. And it's nothing really special, but at least from the coffee that I've had, it's been pretty good. It's been worked out. We've changed a couple things back and forth, but this is where I'm at right now with the iced coffee. So you don't have to do this, but I have, it's called a French press. And I don't know, if you've watched Dexter, it's at the beginning of Dexter. He does it hot, I do it cold. But this is a helpful tool. If you don't have this, you can use just a container that you can use cheesecloth to like get the grounds out of or whatever. But if you're going to be making iced coffee more than a couple times, it's not too expensive and it helps out a ton. So I would suggest like getting a French press. Once you have your French press, you need a scale is the way I do it. I do it with a scale. Put on your French press without the top, get the weight. You want to measure it in ounces, and we want to pour in 2.5 ounces of a medium to rough ground coffee. So you don't want it to be fine ground. There's a grate on the bottom of your French press, and if it's fine ground, it'll get stuck in there and it won't filter it out. So a medium to rough ground coffee. The better the coffee, the better it's gonna be. So do what you can afford, I guess. But you're just going to pour in until it goes, once it's zeroed out, of course, goes to 2.5 ounces. It's actually a pretty decent amount of coffee. If you were making hot coffee, this would make like a ton more. It doesn't have to be perfect, but we're pretty close. So 2.5 ounces of a medium to a rough ground coffee, and then you're going to pour in 4 cups of water. So 2.5 ounces to 4 cups. Give it some kind of stir to like, I don't know, get all the grounds mixed in. Looks delicious. And this is a cold brewed coffee, you guys. So this is cold water. You don't want to make this hot. If this is hot water, it releases a lot more acidity from the coffee grounds. So you don't want this to be hot. You want this to be cold. Then you're just going to take your top, put it on, push the grounds just a touch so that the grounds are all underneath the highest level of the water. And you're going to take that and you're going to put that in the refrigerator for at least 12 hours. You can put it in there for longer. The longer you put it in, the stronger it'll get. But you want to put it in there for at least 12 hours. That's the cold brew process. The water just sits there and pulls out the coffee from the grounds over and over and over. And that's where it gives like the really good flavor. The cold brewed, the 12-hour time. I've done 24 hours and it was a lot stronger. I don't know how much I like that. Depending on how you like it, try different time intervals. But you're gonna put that in the fridge for 12 hours. It cold brews. Once you're ready, you pull it out of the fridge. You're just gonna push down, and what it does is it forces all the grounds to the bottom. All the coffee remains at the top. Of course, we didn't let this sit, but it's just, what you would do. You'd push it down. Now that you have all your good coffee, I grab a container that I can reseal or close, and then you're just going to go ahead and pour your coffee into that. This has been cold brewed for 12 hours, so this is what we're going to use to actually make the coffee. But that's the cold brew process. This is kind of a 2-step process, so that's the first thing you would do, is to get your coffee cold brewed. And then once you have nothing but the concentrate, you'll take the concentrate, which you don't drink this straight. You want to add water to this. This is pretty strong. I mean, maybe you can, but this is pretty strong, so I dilute it down with water. So you're going to take your concentrate, get yourself, of course, the mason jar. Grab yourself some ice. I like lots of ice. Don't have too much ice. A little bit on the floor. Just kick it underneath something. All right, then you're gonna take your coffee and you want to roughly do a 1-to-1. So like say a cup of coffee to a cup of water. You can be very like, I don't know, you could go get measuring cups and stuff, but I just kind of eyeball it. I pour in what I think is, with the ice in there, I don't know, about half. It's a little bit higher. Throw in some water. About half and half. You could throw in a little mix right now, but you don't have to. You're gonna take heavy whipping cream is what I use. If you, like I said, I'm on the ketosis. If you know the channel, I'm on the ketosis thing, the ketogenic diet. I don't care about fat. I just don't want sugars and carbs. So this has the lowest carb for me. If you want, you can do something a little bit lighter. If fat and I don't know what this has. If the heavy cream's too much for you, you could do something lighter. I don't know. You could just straight do milk if you wanted to. It wouldn't taste as good, but probably do something similar. But I go for the really rich stuff in my coffee, and it's to taste at this point, to taste and to color. So who knows how much you put in? I just start with a little bit. Starts to make some like delicious coffee art. Start to stir it up. You start to learn how you like it based on the color of the coffee. That's pretty good. That's probably good enough for me. And then you can take flavorings and sweeteners. So you can use pure vanilla. I've used that for a while when I run out of other stuff. You can use like sugar. I use sugar-free flavorings. So I have French vanilla right now and caramel. So you can use, you know, these. Go ahead and you can leave it just as coffee if you like that. I want some vanilla iced coffee. So just throw in some of that to taste. I don't know, I just kind of eyeball it and it works out. And then I use stevia, which is an extract of a stevia plant. It's a sweetener. The liquid stevia is like extremely sweet, so you don't need too much of it. You could use sugar or I don't know if you use a substitute or whatever you want. But that's what I use. Throw it a stir. And then, of course, the taste test. Gotta make sure it looks good first. That's the forced iced coffee right there. Again, you're gonna get used to how much coffee versus how much water. If you like it stronger, less water, more coffee. How much flavoring and how much sweetener. Just add the taste and try it. You know, it's not science or anything. It's just what do you like. But anyway, that's my iced coffee tutorial. It's really basic, really simple, but it's delicious. It's better than any iced coffee I've had anywhere. And I've been out and had quite a few iced coffees. I like it a lot. It's definitely tailored to my taste. I'm sure you guys could find something that tailors to your taste. Well, anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in and checking out how we make the iced coffee here. And I will see you guys next time. All right, peace out, Force Station.